Amina was once a vibrant girl, full of life and laughter, her spirit shining as brightly as the sun. She danced joyfully in the fields with her friends, a whirl of energy and joy that could light up even the gloomiest days. Her laughter echoed through the village, and her infectious enthusiasm brought people together. But it was in the kitchen where her true magic unfolded, where she could blend her love for life with her passion for cooking. Every morning, as the first rays of sunlight kissed the earth, Amina eagerly rose to greet the day. She loved the quiet of dawn, the way the world felt fresh and new. With a basket in hand, she ventured into her garden, a treasure trove of vibrant fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Each plant was nurtured with care, reflecting her dedication and love. Gathering fresh ingredients became a joyful ritual, a way for Amina to connect with nature and her own creativity. Cooking was her passion, and nothing thrilled her more than creating her famous honey bread. The process was like a dance, mixing flour, warm milk, and sweet honey. She would feel the dough come together beneath her hands, each fold and knead an expression of her love. Amina cherished every moment, watching as the ingredients transformed into something beautiful. The irresistible aroma that filled her home was a promise of warmth and comfort, a signal that something special was about to emerge from her oven. After countless experiments, Amina finally perfected her recipe, discovering the perfect balance of flavors. She added just the right touch of cinnamon and a hint of nutmeg, creating a unique blend that made her honey bread stand out. Each loaf had a golden crust that crackled slightly when she pulled it from the oven, revealing a soft, warm center that melted in the mouth. Amina's kitchen became a hub of joy, where the scent of freshly baked bread mingled with laughter and chatter. The villagers soon came to anticipate her baked goods, and Amina took immense joy in sharing her creations. Whenever she delivered her honey bread to neighbors, it felt like spreading happiness. She would watch their faces light up with delight, their smiles a reward far greater than any praise. In those moments, Amina found her purpose, using her culinary gifts to bring joy and comfort to others, especially during times of hardship. Her honey bread was not just food, it was a symbol of hope, love, and community, a reminder that even in tough times, happiness could be found in simple pleasures. Every week, Amina would bake a large batch of honey bread and share it with the villagers. She would walk through the streets, offering slices to anyone she met. The first bite was always met with smiles and compliments. People would gather around her, laughing and chatting, and the warmth of her bread seemed to melt away their worries. Word spread quickly about Amina's delicious honey bread. Soon, villagers were requesting her recipe, eager to try making it themselves. Amina happily shared her secret, knowing that food could bring people together, but no one could make it taste as delicious as Amina's bread. In a world where she often felt judged, her baking created a connection with the community, reminding everyone of the simple joy that good food can bring. She enjoyed good food, but she never overindulged. Everything changed when her parents died in a terrible accident. After that, Amina was heartbroken. She felt lost and alone. The joy she once had faded away, and she turned to food for comfort. At first, it was just a way to fill the emptiness inside her, but soon she found herself eating more and more. As the months passed, Amina grew bigger. The village started to whisper. They called her names and made jokes about her eating habits. I watched from the sidelines, feeling sad for my friend. Amina was still the same kind person, but people only saw her size. Despite the hurtful comments, Amina kept cooking. She loved making sweet honey bread, filling her home with its delicious smell. But each time she brought food to share, the laughter and whispers would start again. Amina loved the way her mother would guide her hands, showing her the perfect amount of honey to add to the dough for their famous honey bread. Those times felt like magic, filled with love and laughter. Her father, on the other hand, was a playful spirit. He would take Amina out to the fields, spinning her around until they both fell into the tall grass, laughing until they couldn't breathe. He taught her about the plants and flowers, explaining how to care for the garden. Amina cherished those lessons, feeling a deep connection to the earth as she learned to nurture it, just like her parents nurtured her. On special occasions, they would have family dinners under the stars, sharing stories and dreams. Amina would watch her parents exchange loving glances, their bond evident in every shared smile. She felt safe and cherished during those nights, knowing she was surrounded by their unwavering support. The taste of the meals they prepared together filled her with warmth, and those recipes became a part of her heart. After her parents' passing, those memories became both a comfort and a source of pain. Amina would often close her eyes, wishing she could go back to those simpler times. She realized that her love for cooking was a gift from them, a way to keep their spirit alive. As she struggled with her feelings of loneliness, she clung to the hope that by sharing her honey bread with others, she could honor their memory and spread the love they had given her. Then came the festival, where the village held a contest for the best meal. I could see the spark of hope in Amina's eyes as she decided to enter. I knew this was her chance to show everyone how talented she was. And deep down, I hoped that maybe, just maybe, they would see her for who she truly was. That night changed everything. When Amina won, the village finally recognized her for her skills, not just her size. They cheered for her, and in that moment, the whispers faded away. Amina proved that even in the hardest times, she could shine bright. Winning the competition filled Amina with a newfound confidence she had long thought lost. The cheers and applause of the villagers resonated in her heart, reminding her that her talents were valuable and appreciated. Encouraged by their support, she decided to take a bold step. She would start selling her honey bread, not just in her village, but also in nearby towns and cities. Amina began by setting up a small stall at the local market. The first time she displayed her honey bread, she felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. However, as the sweet aroma wafted through the air, people began to gather. They sampled her bread, and soon, word spread like wildfire. Shoppers flocked to her stall, eager to taste the treat everyone was raving about. With each sale, Amina's confidence grew. She decided to expand her reach, visiting faraway villages where she had never sold before. Each time she shared her honey bread, she found warmth and appreciation from people who had never heard of her before. The joy in their eyes and the smiles on their faces filled her with purpose, making her feel connected to a wider community. Amina's journey led her to bustling cities, where she set up pop-up stands and participated in food festivals. The response was overwhelming, and she quickly became known for her delicious honey bread. With every loaf she sold, she was not only honoring her parents' legacy, but also proving to herself that she could rise above her struggles. Her honey bread became a symbol of hope, resilience, and the sweetness of life, reaching hearts far beyond her village. Amina's success in selling her honey bread brought a surprising change to her life. Before the competition, she had felt invisible, mocked for her size, and overlooked by potential suitors. But now, as her fame grew, so did the attention she received. Men from neighboring villages and even distant towns began to seek her out, drawn by the stories of her delicious bread and her newfound confidence. At first, Amina was hesitant. She remembered the hurtful comments and the way people had treated her before. But as she interacted with these suitors, she found that many admired her, not just for her baking skills, but for her kind heart and resilient spirit. They appreciated her talent and saw her for who she truly was, rather than just her size. With each compliment and genuine interest, Amina's heart began to open. She felt valued in a way she hadn't experienced before. It was as if her success in the kitchen had given her a voice, allowing her to stand tall among her peers. she realized that she could choose to surround herself with people who appreciated her for all that she had to offer. As she continued to share her honey bread with the world, Amina found herself enjoying the attention and the possibility of love. The suitors who approached her were kind and respectful, eager to get to know her beyond the surface. For the first time, she felt hopeful about the future, knowing that she could find someone who truly valued her for who she was, inside and out. As Amina navigated her newfound attention from suitors, she was determined to marry for love, not just for admiration or status. She wanted a partner who appreciated her for who she truly was, beyond her honey bread and growing success. With this in mind, she decided to put each suitor to the test, hoping to find someone genuine. One by one, the suitors came forward, eager to win her heart. Some tried to impress her with grand gestures, while others showered her with compliments. But Amina saw through their attempts. Many were more interested in her fame than in her as a person. Each time a suitor failed her test, she felt a mix of disappointment and relief. She knew she deserved more than superficial affection. Then came a man named Idris. He approached her with sincerity, not boasting about his own achievements, but asking questions about her life and dreams. He was patient and kind, often volunteering to help at her stall without expecting anything in return. Idris showed genuine interest in her honey bread, but even more so in Amina herself. He listened intently as she shared her hopes and fears, and he encouraged her to continue pursuing her passion. Amina felt a spark of connection with Idris that she hadn't felt with any of the others. He passed her tests not with flashy displays, but with a deep understanding and respect. As they spent more time together, she realized that he appreciated her not just for her success, but for the person she was. Amina finally felt her heart open, knowing she had found someone worthy of her love. Despite the growing bond between Amina and Idris, not everyone was supportive of their relationship. Idris's family had their reservations, primarily because of Amina's size. They worried about the health challenges she might face in the future, fearing that it could cost their son both money and happiness. They were concerned about how her weight might affect her life and, by extension, Idris's future. Idris tried to reassure his family, explaining how Amina's spirit and talent far outweighed any concerns they had about her appearance. He shared stories of her kindness, resilience, and the joy she brought to others through her honey bread. But his family remained unconvinced. They insisted that looks mattered, especially when it came to marriage and the future. Amina overheard their conversations and felt a wave of despair wash over her. She had fought so hard to find her place and to be accepted, only to face rejection from the very family of the man she loved. It made her question her worth all over again. Would she always be judged by her size, no matter how much she accomplished? Idris, however, stood firm in his feelings for Amina. He was determined to prove to his family that love and character mattered more than appearances. He refused to let their doubts dictate his happiness. In an effort to prove herself to Idris's family and fit their expectations, Amina began taking various weight loss pills and trying strange concoctions she heard about from others. She believed that if she could shed some pounds quickly, it might change their perception of her and make her more acceptable in their eyes. The idea of transforming herself consumed her, and she was willing to try anything. At first, Amina felt a rush of hope. The pills promised quick results, and she was eager to see changes. But soon, the excitement faded as the side effects began to take a toll. She felt nauseous and weak, struggling to keep up with her daily tasks. Cooking her beloved honey bread became a chore, and she found herself drained of energy, both physically and emotionally. Idris noticed the change in her demeanor. He became increasingly concerned as he watched Amina's health deteriorate. She was no longer the vibrant, spirited woman he had fallen in love with. Instead, she was tired and distant. He tried to talk to her about it, urging her to stop taking the pills and focus on her well-being. But Amina was convinced that this was the only way to gain acceptance. Feeling frustrated and helpless, Idris expressed his dissatisfaction. He wanted Amina to embrace herself as she was, not to change for anyone else. He loved her for her heart, her talent, and her spirit, not her size. But Amina, caught in a cycle of insecurity and desperation, struggled to see the truth. Their relationship began to feel the strain as Idris wished she would prioritize her health over the fleeting idea of fitting into someone else's standards. Realizing that Amina's health was at risk, Idris suggested they consult a nutritionist in the city. Amina was hesitant at first, feeling embarrassed about her situation, but Idris assured her that this was about her well-being, not just weight loss. Together, they made the trip to the bustling city, where they met with a knowledgeable nutritionist who specialized in healthy weight management. The nutritionist listened carefully to Amina's concerns and her history with diets. After assessing her health and lifestyle, he created a personalized diet plan that focused on balanced meals rather than quick fixes. He emphasized the importance of whole foods, including fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Amina felt a glimmer of hope as he explained that this plan was not just about losing weight, but also about feeling strong and vibrant. With Idris by her side, Amina began to embrace the new approach. She learned how to cook nutritious meals, experimenting with fresh ingredients and discovering new recipes that were both healthy and delicious. Rather than depriving herself, she found joy in nourishing her body and savoring the flavors of wholesome food. As the weeks passed, Amina noticed gradual changes. She felt more energized and mentally clearer. Idris was thrilled to see her happy and healthy again, supporting her every step of the way. Together, they turned cooking into a bonding experience, and Amina learned that taking care of herself was about more than just appearance. It was about honoring her body and finding balance in her life. Just as Amina started to feel more confident and healthier with her new diet plan, an unexpected twist hit her hard. One day, while preparing for a small market event to sell her honey bread, she received a phone call from a local newspaper. They wanted to feature her story as a success story about overcoming adversity and transforming her life through cooking. Excited, Amina and Idris prepared for the interview. But when the article was published, it took a turn Amina never expected. Instead of focusing on her journey of self-acceptance and her delicious honey bread, the headline read, "From overweight to healthy, Amina's journey to fit in." The article emphasized her weight loss efforts and reinforced the idea that she had to change to be accepted. Amina felt a wave of anger and disappointment wash over her as she realized that the focus was on her size rather than her passion and talent. Idris was furious when he saw the article. He had hoped this feature would celebrate Amina for who she truly was, not reduce her to a before and after narrative. He confronted the journalist, demanding that they acknowledge Amina's journey towards self-love and her incredible baking skills, not just her appearance. This led to a heated exchange, and the journalist, dismissive of their concerns, chose to publish the article as it was. Feeling crushed, Amina faced a difficult decision. She could either let this define her or take a stand against the way society judges people based on their size. With Idris's support, she decided to use this setback as a catalyst for change. They brainstormed ideas for a community event where she could share her story, her passion for cooking, and the importance of self-acceptance. This twist, while painful, ignited a fire in Amina to fight back against the stereotypes and inspire others to embrace their true selves, no matter their size. Inspired by the unexpected twist in her story, Amina decided to turn her frustration into action. With Idris by her side, she envisioned a project that would empower her community and promote healthy living. Together, they began planning cooking schools in their village, focusing on healthy recipes and nurturing a positive relationship with food. Amina's vision was clear. She wanted to teach people how to prepare nutritious meals without sacrificing flavor. She reached out to the nutritionist who had helped her, and he eagerly agreed to assist in developing a curriculum. They designed classes that emphasized the importance of whole foods, cooking techniques, and the joy of preparing meals together. When the first cooking school opened, Amina was filled with excitement. Villagers from all walks of life signed up, eager to learn how to cook healthy dishes. Amina shared her passion for cooking, demonstrating how to create delicious meals using fresh ingredients. The classes became a space for community connection, where people supported each other and celebrated their progress. As the cooking schools grew in popularity, Amina saw the impact of her work. Not only were participants learning to cook healthier meals, but they were also gaining confidence and building a sense of community. Amina's journey had transformed from one of insecurity to one of empowerment, and she felt fulfilled, knowing she was helping others embrace a healthier lifestyle. Through her schools, she spread the message that food could be both nourishing and delightful, fostering a culture of acceptance and love within her village. During one of Amina's bustling cooking classes, the air was filled with laughter and the delicious aroma of fresh ingredients. The villagers were gathered, eagerly following Amina's instructions as they prepared healthy dishes together. It was a lively atmosphere, and Amina felt a sense of fulfillment as she watched her students engage with each other, sharing tips and enjoying their culinary creations. As the class wrapped up, Idris entered the room, a warm smile on his face. Amina's heart fluttered. She always felt a surge of joy whenever he was around. He quietly observed the class, clearly proud of the impact Amina was making in the community. Amina knew they were meant to be together, but she never expected what was about to happen. After the class ended, Idris asked everyone to gather around. Amina felt a mix of excitement and curiosity as the villagers circled them. Idris took a deep breath and spoke warmly about Amina's journey, her passion for cooking, and the way she had transformed not just her own life, but the lives of everyone in the village. His words brought tears to Amina's eyes, and the atmosphere grew even more charged with emotion. Then, with a smile that lit up his face, Idris reached into his pocket and pulled out a small box. As he opened it, revealing a simple yet elegant ring, the room fell silent. "Amina," he said, looking deeply into her eyes, "will you marry me?" The moment felt surreal. Although Amina had known in her heart that she would one day marry Idris, the proposal still took her by surprise. Overwhelmed with joy, she nodded, her voice barely a whisper as she replied, "Yes." The villagers erupted into cheers, and in that moment, Amina felt like the happiest woman in the world, surrounded by love and support from her community and the man who had believed in her all along. The preparations for Amina and Idris's wedding were nothing short of spectacular. The entire village buzzed with excitement as everyone came together to help organize the event. Colorful fabrics adorned the streets, and flowers were gathered from the nearby fields to create beautiful arrangements. Amina's cooking school played a vital role, with students volunteering to prepare a feast that would showcase Amina's culinary skills, including her famous honey bread. As the wedding date approached, word spread beyond their village. Dignitaries from nearby towns and cities began to RSVP, intrigued by the story of Amina and Idris. Local officials, respected elders, and even a few renowned chefs were eager to attend. The couple's love story and Amina's transformation resonated with many, and the wedding became a symbol of hope and resilience. On the day of the wedding, the venue was transformed into a breathtaking scene. Strings of lights twinkled overhead, and tables were elegantly set with traditional dishes and modern twists. Amina wore a stunning dress that blended traditional and contemporary styles, while Idris looked dapper in his tailored suit. As they exchanged vows, surrounded by family and friends. The atmosphere was filled with joy and celebration. The wedding was the talk of the entire city for weeks afterward. Guests shared stories of the heartfelt ceremony, the delicious food, and the sense of community that enveloped the event. Local newspapers covered the celebration, highlighting Amina's journey and the positive changes she had brought to her village. People were inspired by their love and the way they had turned challenges into triumphs, making Amina and Idris a beloved couple in the hearts of many. The wedding not only marked the beginning of their life together, but also solidified Amina's role as a leader in her community, inspiring others to embrace love and acceptance. As someone who witnessed Amina and Idris's journey, I learned that true beauty and strength come from within. Amina faced so much judgment and negativity because of her size, but she never let that define her. Instead, she found the courage to embrace her passion for cooking and share it with the world. Watching her transform, not just physically, but emotionally, reminded me that our worth isn't determined by our appearance, but by our character and the love we share. Idris's unwavering support for Amina taught me the importance of standing by the people we care about, especially when they're struggling. He showed that love is about acceptance and appreciation for who someone truly is, not just how they look. Their relationship blossomed into something beautiful because it was built on respect, understanding, and genuine connection. The community's response to Amina's journey also highlighted how powerful it can be when we uplift one another. By coming together to celebrate her success, we created an environment where everyone could thrive. It reminded me that kindness and support can change lives, inspiring others to pursue their passions and embrace their true selves. In the end, Amina and Idris's story taught us that love, self-acceptance, and community can overcome any obstacle. It's a reminder to celebrate who we are, support those we love, and always look beyond the surface to find the true essence of people. This story of Amina and Idris reminds us all of the importance of self-acceptance, love, and community support. Let their journey inspire you to embrace your true self and stand by those you care about, especially during challenging times. Take a moment to reflect on how you can uplift others in your community. Whether it's by offering encouragement, sharing your own experiences, or simply listening, your support can make a world of difference. If you know someone struggling with self-doubt or facing judgment, reach out and show them that they are valued for who they are. Together, we can create an environment where everyone feels accepted and celebrated. Join Amina and Idris in spreading love, kindness, and acceptance. Share your own stories, support local initiatives, or get involved in community projects that promote health and well-being. Let's work together to inspire others to embrace their unique journeys and make our world a more compassionate place. Amina and Idris's journey is a powerful reminder of the importance of self-acceptance, love, and community support. Their story shows how embracing who we are and standing by those we care about can create profound change. By sharing Amina's passion for cooking and Idris's unwavering support, they have inspired many to celebrate their unique journeys and uplift one another. If you found inspiration in their story, consider subscribing to this channel. Your support will help others discover Amina and Idris's journey and learn from it as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions about their relationship in the comments. What did their journey mean to you? Please like this page to encourage me to keep bringing more stories that resonate and inspire. Together, we can create a community that values love, kindness, and acceptance.